the state has rested its case in the trial of Mario Fernandez-Saldana.
He's one of the people charged with the 2022 murder of Jared Bridegan. Our investigative reporter Riley Phillips is joining us live from the courthouse tonight with more.
The lead detective was back on the stand today, and Riley, this time answering questions about financial records.
Yes, today we saw financial records related to the accounts of Mario Fernandez-Saldana, Henry Tenon, and Shanna Gardner. We learned that Tenon received 3 large checks from Fernandez just a few weeks after the murder, but the defense says that money was for work done on the rental property owned by Fernandez. Lead detective for the murder of Jared Bridegan, Chris Johns, took the stand again Monday to go over the financial records of Mario Fernandez-Saldana. First, the state provided a look at the finances of accused gunman Henry Tenon. Tenon's account showed a negative balance the month before the murder. Then the month after the murder, the bank statement showed various cash deposits and 3 checks from a company called First Choice Home Rentals, LLC. One for $2,000, another for $3,000, and the last one for $5,000. According to the memos on these checks, they were for tree work and a Kickstarter.
Did you find any invoices from Henry Tenon charging for $2,000 worth of landscaping and clearing?
No, sir, did not.
And who signed the check?
Mario Fernandez.
First Choice Home Rentals LLC was owned by both Fernandez and Shanna Gardner. In February 2022, the balance of that business account was around $4,000. The next month's statement showed a jump to over $50,000.
And your review of these records was the balance of over $55,000 unusual for this LLC?
Yes, sir.
The state also presented the records from Gardner's irrevocable trust. The documents for the trust state that Gardner can have control of the trust once the legal entanglements with Bridegan are done. It also shows Fernandez as the trustee. At the start of 2022, the trust had a balance of around $250,000. By May of that year, the trust was down to $12,000.
And what happened from the 2021, early 2022 statements until April and May of 22? What had changed?
Miss Gardner had opened up another account.
But the defense pressed Detective Johns about where Fernandez got the money to pay Tenon.
We haven't been able to identify that Mr. Fernandez moved $50,000 from the irrevocable trust to himself 1 week after the homicide. That's for sure. You have not been able to do that as you sit here this afternoon, correct?
Not based upon those statements, no.
The state argued that these financial records are only snapshots of the accounts.
Did you see any other $5,000 checks that this defendant wrote to any charitable organizations?
No, sir.
Any investments in any other Kickstarters?
No, sir.
And again, the state rested its case today. The defense will call their witnesses to the stand tomorrow. Also today, the defense asked the judge for a judgment of acquittal, arguing that the state has not met its burden of proof. The judge ultimately denied that request. Live in downtown Jacksonville, Riley Phillips, First Coast News, on your side.